Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris from Chris's Treasure Chest. Another reselling video coming your way today, guys. And about a week ago, I informed you guys on August 29th that de minimis was disappearing. Anything that was under $800 now was you have to pay tariffs and duties on. A lot of you left a lot of comments. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what I've been up to, and also eBay threw us a little curveball since then. And we're going to talk about this international shipping. So let's check it out. Hey guys, first off, I want to thank every single one of you that watched my last video on this topic. Had a great amount of views, lots of comics, lots of interaction with all of you on my platform. I have a comment here I want to share. It's very interesting, and we're going to get into it. It's an actual buyer out of the US and his experience since this disappeared on the 29th of August. Also, we're going to talk about some information that I found on the Canada Post website. I want to share that with you, and I'll let you know what I've been doing since this has transpired. So after that video, guys, I put my store on vacation. I slowly removed all my US shipping. Did over a couple of days, no big deal. Then I relaunched everything, just selling on Canada, not international yet. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So I'm just waiting to hear what's going on. I'm reading the Facebook forums and everything else, and it's a bit of a mishmash here and there. It's all mixed up. But I did go to the Canada Post website, and they had this information there, and I want to read it to you and share it with you. But as of right now, today is September 6th, Saturday, September 6th, and the labels on the eBay label program, when you do your labels when you sell something, you're still not able to ship via Canada Post to the US. They're not able to collect the duties, and we're going to talk about two things there. So the first one, before I read this, I did sell a few things once I opened my store, just selling on the Canada Post, eBay Canada site, and I did drop off some packages. And it was interesting when I went into the post office, the people that are working there were showing me how now they're doing the transaction. So if you go in and you want to ship something that's over $100, you need to know where it's made, you need to know the tariff codes, you need to know the DOD codes. So they have a little scanner there, and you're able to scan an app that they're wanting you to start using, and it is called Zonos, I believe. Let me see if I can find it here. I think it's called Zonos. And what you do is you download it on your phone. Yeah, it's Zonos. You download it on your phone. You have to pay for the duty. So you type in all your information, you pay for the duty, and then once it's paid, then you can ship it right in the Canada Post facility. So they were telling me that I needed to download it. So then I got a little bit curious. I came home, I printed this up, and I'm going to take it, read this with you. I'm going to share it with you right now. And it's basically saying the same thing. And I want you to let me know down below your thoughts on, if you're a Canadian reseller, are you going to go through this to try to make money selling to the US? And let's start. So about the US de minimis suspension, effective August 29th, which we know, the United States has suspended its duty-free de minimis threshold of $800 for all countries, including Canada. All postal shipments to the US will require prepaid duties before your package crosses the border. And we know that. So, the changes apply to all shipments by business from Canada, where it is sent via Canada Post through the postal channel, another courier or freight company, or through the commercial channels available. Goods valued at $800 or less are subject to the United States through the Canadian Post Postal Network will be subject to the International Emergency Economic Power Act, IEEPA tariff rates based on the product's country of origin. For example, for items manufactured in China, for example, the current IEEPA rate is 34%. And we covered this in the last video because depending on where the item is manufactured, these IEEPA tariffs are totally different. So they had a little example here on the Canada Post website. A business is shipping a cardigan valued at $57, made in China through Canada Post to a US customer. The current IEEPA rate of 34%, making the duty $19.39. So that's on top of shipping, on top of the cost of the item, and on top of the local state taxes. So that person is now having to pay an additional $19.38 for that item. So, going forward, you need to have the duties paid. So this Zonos, Z-O-N-O-S, this is the company that's working with Canada Post in order to prepay the duties, and then you're able to print your label on the Canada Post Snap's website, SnapShip, whatever it's called. But the problem is, you can't use eBay labels in conjunction with this Zonos. So you're still not able, as a Canadian reseller, doing it the old way where everything was contained in one. Now, the one thing that I really don't like, and you guys can let me know in the comments down below, they want you, there's two ways to pay duties with Zonos. One is automatic billing. So you could set up, you download the app, hook up your credit card, go through the whole thing, and then they'll automatically take payments out of your credit card for any duties that were owed. Now, the other way is you do it manually, so you're able to control and see what's going on. I don't like this. Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I don't like this. Way back when Canada Post was on strike in another month, a year ago, let's say, I was using UPS, and UPS was nailing me with extra charges. My boxes were all fine. My weight was all fine. They were putting additional charges in the US, and they were taking it out of my bank account without even letting me know. They were just saying short pay due to this, short pay due to that, and they were taking it out. I think they owed me almost $2,000. I eventually got it back through eBay, so I stopped using them. This scares me. I don't want to use this. I don't want to do this. I don't think it's right. And in here, there's some dialogue, and if I could find it for you, and I just shook my head when I read it. Reviewing your US pricing. What they're asking here is adjust your product and shipping prices to account for duty. So they're telling you, so let's say we've got a video game and it's $19.99 and it's $19.99 in the States, and we are now to adjust our prices to eat the duty. I'm not doing that. Our margins sometimes are so minimal, depending on what you're selling. You need to be selling a niche market that has a gross margin where you're able to eat these duties. So right now, I'm going to let you know, I am going to stop selling to the US for now. Let me in the comments down below what you guys think, because I don't want to go through the headaches. I know fourth quarter is coming. I know Christmas is coming. I know Halloween is coming. I think I'm going to slowly open up to international sellers, and that's going to be the second part of this video that eBay put out, and I think they're going to be able to use Canada Post, and we'll get to that second part in a minute. But I want to read this comment, and these comments, there was multiple, and I don't know how many there were, and I can't read them all, but this one was very interesting. And if you're watching this video, thank you for sharing it with me. This gentleman here, or lady, purchased an item from eBay in Canada, and they said they're in the US, and was tagged with a $300 duty fee on top of the $700 they paid for the item. The saddest part is the seller in Canada and the buyer, both calculated the fee in advance using eBay's own guidelines on the subject, looked up the item on harmonized tax tariffs, then set the percentage to the item and the price, and it wasn't even close. So the buyer worked with the seller sent them the new invoice with those fees, and it wasn't even correct. So basically, there's no way of knowing what the import fee will be until CBP assesses it at the border, and then if the buyer refuses to pay, then the item gets held at the border for the seller to pay, or else they're out of luck too. And below it said, Trump's America, have fun, folks. So there you have it. Now that's something, the last thing I want to do is stress out about that happening. Look, if these charts are not right yet, let them work through it till they get to a system that everybody can use, because I just don't want to be charging, crediting, items not showing up. That's not what this was about. eBay was an easy way to make us extra money, a full-time, part-time, for whatever you wanted. And now it's turned into a mess. And I want no part of it. If I lose 60% of my sales from US buyers because of this, so be it. But what's going to happen? This is going to spread. US buyers are going to realize that these duties and tariffs are in place, and they're going to stop buying from Canadians or international shippers and sellers. So it's not a win for anybody. It's all bad news. But anyway, so during the week, eBay sent this out, and some of you would have got it depending on the amount that you sell in Canada. So eBay International Shipping is coming to Canada this fall. So this program has been in the US, and it's basically, you've probably seen it before. If you went to buy an item from a US seller, it would say cost, shipping, and then it would say import cost. So it would actually calculate it for you. You would go and pay for it, and the money would come out, and then it would pay for the duties coming over the border. So this is going to be very similar. So what happens, and we'll read this to you. eBay International Shipping is launching in October 2025 for eligible Canadian resellers. Where you have to be selling over $10,000 a year on eBay.ca, and then you'll be able to enroll in the program. This new program enables Canadian sellers to access buyers around the world, with eBay handling international shipping, customs, and tariffs, and even returns at no additional cost to the seller. So what it means, what does this mean for resellers in Canada? Even if you already have international shipping policies in place, eBay International Shipping can provide you and your customers with more options to ship across the border with ease and peace of mind. All you need to do is get the item to our domestic facility, and eBay does the rest. We'll handle customs, duties, tariffs when shipping to the US, UK, European Union, Australia, wherever. Over 190 markets this opens up for your store. We'll handle all international returns and pay refunds on your behalf. You'll be protected against claims like an item not received and chargebacks. You'll have the control of choosing if you would like to exclude shipping to any countries. So this is very good. This is going to open up another door for us in Canada that may reclaim some of the sales we're losing in the US. Eligible sellers will be automatically enrolled starting in October for eligible listings on ebay.ca with no action required from sellers. To boost your eligibility and likelihood of being enrolled in eBay International Shipping early, add country/region of manufacture information to your listings as soon as possible. So now, this is happening in October, so we've got a whole month. I'm going to go now and slowly start putting international shipping on my items. It says to learn more, go visit the Seller Center on the ebay.ca. And as always, thank you for selling on eBay, the eBay Canada team. Tell me what you think, guys, down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's going to work? I like it. I think in the past, I was always afraid to sell international overseas. A lot of scammers. If this is going to protect us and help us from being scammed, and they'll be taking care of returns and all those things that we don't like to do, I think it's going to be a good plus for us. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks or the month with what's going on in the US, with these tariffs, with Zonos, whatever that app is called. I'm going to have no part of it. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to use it. And if you are using it, let us know. How do you like it? What don't you like? What do you like about it? Are your packages getting through? Are your packages getting stuck at the border? It'd be interesting to see from what your experiences are down below. Anyways, guys, I wanted to share this with you. I was going to do it a little bit sooner, but when this information came out on the Canada Post website, I wanted to dig deep in it and make sure I had a good idea of what the wording was and what Canada's Post is going to be doing moving forward. So they do have a plan. All right, guys, if you like the video, big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit that little bell icon down below and you'll get an alert every time I put a reselling video out. All right, guys, until the next video, it's Chris from Chris's Treasure Chest. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you on the next one.